What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever woken up and just been like, I really have a strong desire to eat a specific type of food for breakfast? Well, that is how I was this morning. I sat up in my bed, yawned, and was like, you know what? I could really go for an egg sandwich today. But then I thought to myself, wow, Max, you don't have any egg sandwich material because all you eat is cereal for breakfast. And then I started thinking, you know, I really do want this sandwich, but then I would have to go to the grocery store. So then I started thinking about all of the processes that it would take to acquire this egg sandwich. For me to get this, I would have to go get in my car, go all the way down my parking deck, drive all the way to the grocery store, which is, you know, kind of close, not super close, walk into the grocery store, pick up a shopping cart. First of all, then I need to go even try to find where the eggs are. And to be honest, once I get to the egg section, I would have to be like, wow, I have no idea what type of egg to get because there's so many options. Then once I acquire the correct type of egg, I have to go stand in the long line because everyone else is buying their groceries for the week and I'm just trying to buy one thing of eggs. Get back in my car, drive all the way back to my home. Then I have to make the dang sandwich, so I'll probably not even know what type of egg I even want to make because there's so many options. And then with my luck, I'll probably be like, dang, I ended up burning this stupid egg. I should have just made cereal. And then once I finally make the entire sandwich, I'll sit down, take a big old bite, think it's probably really delicious and be like, wow, this is really delicious. But then honestly, I'll probably end up saying, you know what? This was not worth all this work. I should have just made some cereal. So that is what we have done instead. We have 2 servings of Fruity Loopies for breakfast, and then I have a serving and a half of this Almond Breeze almond milk, and I just realized that it says to use within 7 days after opening. I definitely opened this a lot longer than 7 days ago, but it still smells good, so I'm like, can I still drink it? To be honest, almond milk kind of confuses me in general because unless I'm mistaken, I don't think that almonds have nipples, so I don't even get how it's a thing. Much better breakfast choice, by the way. All right, well, I'm gonna eat this, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So sit back, relax, and smash the thumbs up button. Okay, all right, enjoy the video. So I am here at the auto shop because the old GP needs to get some inspection. So I don't know where you guys live, but in Virginia, specifically Northern Virginia, we have to get the inspection every single year. So that's like checking up your brakes and your tires and making sure that your car is just essentially safe for the road. And also up north, not where I lived in Richmond, but here we have an emissions test. So it's to make sure that your emissions, like, you know, like the exhaust and the fumes and whatnot are safe and legal for the environment and the air. But you can get a ticket, and mine is expired, and I can't renew my registration, which is also behind. So I have to get all that stuff done today because like a cop could pull me over today and be like, hey, you're the sickest angles on YouTube, but you're getting a ticket, dude. So while we wait, I'm gonna do some work from my phone, but there's a 7-Eleven right here. I'm thirsty. Before we buy this drink, I need to show you guys something. Guys, the new Quest protein cookie. They should call this a fat cookie. It has 15 grams of protein and 17 grams of fat. There's more fat than protein in a protein cookie. It's a fat cookie. Who at the Quest headquarters was like, perfect macros, perfect. So on the way back from the automotive place, I swung by the grocery store and I picked up some treats. So I thought I'd show you guys kind of my normal pickups. Now keep in mind, I eat out for almost every single meal, but these are just kind of the snacky poos that I have in my house. So let's check them out, dude. So first up, I'll start with the frozen stuff. As you guys know, I make fruit smoothies every single day, and I'll switch up the fruit. It really doesn't matter to me. I just like to get a little bit of a variety. And then obviously I buy a lot of spinach, and I just started freezing this stuff, which was a recommendation by you all, and it's like the best thing ever. So if you have spinach and you mainly use it for smoothies, put it in the freezer. For vegetables, whenever I do decide to cook, I really am a big fan of broccoli and then these little onion blends. Now these ones you can steam in the microwave. These ones you kind of have to cook up, but if I'm maybe making some chicken or like a little stir fry, you know, I just throw those in there. It's super easy. Waffles are definitely better than pancakes. I go with the Nutri-Grain low fat. And anyone who's like, oh my gosh, Max, I go to this brunch place every Sunday and it's so good, they have the best waffles. No, Becky, guess who has the best waffles? Eggo. every single time. So I found these in the store the other day. These are like little lollipops or whatever you want to call them, frozen lollipops. And they are lemonade and raspberry lemonade flavored, and they're only 19 grams of carb. But oh my God, Max, it's just all sugar. Shut up. It's a little treat if you're feeling, you know, like you want to suck on something. Greek yogurt is what I always put in my smoothies as well. I've never had the Oikos brand. Y'all recommended it to me, and Kelvin actually snuck this in my cart the other day. Moving over to the meat, we have some 96 lean ground beef for pasta purposes. Mix it with some sauce, and you got yourself a delicious meal. Been on a big Sausalito boar's head turkey kick recently. Usually all I like on my sandwiches is just turkey, bread, and mustard. That's all you need. But I decided to pick up some Colby Jack cheese. Now keep in mind, I'm actually leaving in 1 week, so all of this stuff I have to eat because it'll go bad and I'm gone for a month. For the bread, for the sandwiches, I've never tried this before. Wheat plus protein. So we got some whole grain bread and 8 grams of mother effing protein, goddamn. For the pasta, to get a little bit more protein in, we have this bad boy. Now don't let them fool you. It says 17 grams of protein, but that's for 3.5 ounces. But 2 ounces is a serving, and there's 10 grams of protein. Still more than your traditional pasta. And this is pretty cool. This is like ready pasta. You know how you have like the minute rice? So this is minute pasta that's already pre-cooked. This would be 84 grams of carb for the whole thing. Moving on to this side, we have some Jif Natural Creamy Peanut Butter. Guys, if you are team crunchy peanut butter, then you should just unsubscribe to my channel because I don't know if we can be friends, because I tried crunchy for the first time like a couple months ago and I was like, bleh, bleh. I get the natural because it's low sodium, and then all the hippies are like, oh my God, natural bitch. One of your biggest enemies when you are dieting are sauces, because you just dump it on, you're like, oh my God, it's just sauce, but it's adding a ton of unnecessary calories to your day. So I like to get low calorie toppings. So this is Wishbone fat-free Italian, only 15 calories. This Nando's sauce, they have a lot of different flavors, and these are 0 calories. I mean, technically they're 5 calories, but it's 0 everything, so I don't track it at all. For the sauce, for the meat and pasta and whatnot, we have some Classico spicy red pepper, pretty low calories on this. And then for the sandwich, I decided to get sweet and hot banana peppers. I've never had the sweet and hot ones. I'm still not sure how they take a banana and turn it into a pepper, but we know the world will never know. I found these bad boys just in case I'm low on fat for the day. It's almonds, but they're sriracha flavored, and I was like, that's nuts. As for snacks, I didn't bring the entire packs out, but we have these bad boys, 100-calorie mini pretzels. Pretzels are my favorite. These are the absolute best crackers in the world. Grilled cheese, oh my gosh. For fruit, you know that we stick with Granny Smith 100%. For my little water enhancers, like for this thing, the pitcher right there, I use these little 0-calorie Crystal Light, you know, the big packets, so you can kind of just dump them in and make it and drink it out throughout the day. But if you just want individual, I really like the strawberry lemonade. And then I got this Mio Sport for like if you go out to the bar or something, so you can get like, you know, let's say you got like a vodka soda or something, and you can just squirt this in, and then it's 0 calories, and it's electrolytes and vitamins, so you're essentially being healthy while you're drinking. As for crackers and whatnot, tomato and basil wheat thins. I'm a huge fan of wheat thins, and guys, these are the best. Oh my gosh, if you can find these at your grocery store, you should consider yourself lucky, because they are always sold out and it's very hard to find that flavor. But the sriracha and lime is so delicious. For the final item, we have my current favorite cereal, Golden Grams, which is kind of odd because I don't really like honey that much. I don't put honey on anything, but I do mac on some honeys, if you know what I'm saying. Now, I know a lot of you are probably already typing, you're so angry, you're like, Max, dude, my 12-year-old sister eats better than you, man. You eat like crap, dude. This is why you're never gonna get a girlfriend. This is why your bench sucks. This is why you can't gain any muscle mass, dude. Processed crap. Oh my gosh. 0 calorie sweeteners, diet sodas. You're gonna kill yourself, man. Guys, you don't have to eat like me. What? You're saying that I don't have to eat what? I know, it's crazy. And if you still are just typing up, just stop and just go suck a butt, okay? Okay? What is going on, guys? Welcome to Thursday, April 5th. It is a beautiful, windy, 37-degree weather day in spring. Oh my gosh, I just can't you tell from my eyes how much I'm loving this weather, but I am headed into an early meeting with someone who is going to start helping me with Ever Ford. I'm going to introduce you to her when she gets here, but it is so cold. Hey guys, this is Mona. Say hello. I've known, how long have I known you?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half? And you're from where? Give like
Arizona.
Your background a little bit.
From Arizona. I moved here about a year and a half ago. And yeah, here I am, helping Maxx.
So yeah, so I talked to y'all in a recent video how I was starting to get more help. I want to expand ever forward more and more. And so I've known Mona, and I see a lot of people like will email me like resumes like, hey Maxx, I heard you wanted help and stuff, and I appreciate that a lot. But for me, it comes down to like who someone is as a person, and like how I know them and how I kind of feel that they would help in my life, on a more like, I want to make sure that we're connected. And since I've known Mona for a while, and that she was able to spare some time to start kind of helping me map things out. So like, what do you say what do you see as like the issue that I'm having that you're gonna help me with?
Everything is stuck in his brain. Like all of this, so obviously Ever Forward is great as it is, and he's just doing it by himself. So I think you need more organization, put everything laid out for him, and it'll be even better. Yeah,
so we spent the past like hour and a half, 2 hours kind of going, or I want to kind of like recap what we did today. For like, this is like our first, so we met once last week when we kind of talked about like if, we would both be a fit for kind of this, this situation that we're doing. But like today was our first kind of like sit down, actual first like meeting and kind of getting things going.
So today what we did, we kind of just laid out all the products, all the ideas, the timelines, kind of like a rough draft, so I could put everything into like one program, so everything is easier to see, easier to track. We went over like ideas, like his future ideas, pricings, timelines, a lot of writing.
And we're like mapping fall, like we're even into winter, and it's good to kind of write everything down. And again, like she said, I have everything in my brain, so it's good to have not only a second person's opinion and help, but also just like actual putting it onto paper, putting it into program, getting more organized, getting this schedule, getting a timeline. I think it's going to help over the course of 2018 and into 19. And also, I've started adding her into my like group chats that I have, like how I talk to my suppliers and whatnot. So she's been kind of seeing more of the backstory on that, and you see like the difficulties that I have. Like for example, the other night I had like an hour and a half long kind of chat with my supplier at night and in the morning. Literally an hour and a half to talk about the shininess of a fabric and trying to make it less shiny. Like it's because there's like that language barrier and that language gap. You see firsthand like, and I'm doing all that and taking notes and everything. I think it's gonna be a great aid. So you guys are gonna start seeing a lot more of her on the channel. It's unfortunate that we're kind of starting this right when I'm traveling for like a month. But I think the earlier that you start, the earlier that everything can kind of flourish. So this is the stage one of showing you more behind the scenes of Ever Forward and letting more people, be there to help it grow and help me grow. And hopefully, I think everyone can kind of like level up in the situation. So it should be cool.
Very, very cool.
And Mona.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so I'm gonna wrap things up here. Today's video was supposed to be a summer shredding parody that Kelvin and I filmed and edited, and it was all ready to go. It was ready to upload for today, but I think I'm gonna hold off on it because after kind of reading through the comments on the last video about clickbait, I feel that a lot of people almost think that my content these days is like always focused around like making fun of other people, making fun of my friends, and it's like, my content has no other substance unless I'm, bringing up someone else's name or bringing up, trolling or whatever. And I think it comes off not how I planned it in my head. I don't think things through, and that's a problem that I apparently have. And what I think is lighthearted fun and trolling, I think a lot of people can perceive it as me just being an asshole and me being a dick and not caring about my friendships with people and not having respect for the people that I have in my life. And I don't want you guys to think of me like that. I don't want to put that out on the internet, especially if people are new to the channel, and I feel like it can confuse people. They're like, like even when I troll like Christian stuff, it's like, man, do you actually like not like Christian? And like, I have nothing but respect for him. I have nothing but respect for my friends. I think it's always good to joke around and kind of, you know, bring everyone down a level. But I think the way that I do it sometimes is a little excessive. And I'm starting to see that more. And I don't want anyone to think of me as someone who just, you know, tries to rise up by bringing other people down and, you know, in whatever way. Because that's just not who I am. And it's not the way that I want you guys to perceive me. So I'm a little, honestly, ashamed. I feel like I feel like I take things a little bit too far sometimes. And so I'm going to hold off on the summer shredding thing. I'm going to hold off on kind of like just trolling in general for a little bit, at least on camera, and maybe trying to find a better approach to friendly banter, because I don't know. I've been reading comments and stuff, and I'm starting to think that I'm an asshole, and I don't want to be. So I hope you guys understand. This is just kind of like a rant, but I care about what other people think of me. You know, everyone does at a certain aspect, and I also don't want people to think the wrong impression of myself and how I view my friendships with people. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.